This is Andrew Zimmern, and this is a selected chapter from my book, The Bizarre Truth, or How I Went Out the Door Mouth First and Came Back Shaking My Head. Experiencing food and sharing culture is what a traveler's life is all about, and exchanging our stories makes the world a more useful place. Paris. Best food day in my life? In the world of professional travel, as in life, some days are better than others. There are a lot of days that just don't measure up, and I've discovered that timing oftentimes makes the difference between a movingly memorable and an infamous experience. Nothing is more disappointing than flying into a Canadian lodge and being met by your fishing guide who gushes about how many fish they caught yesterday. You're going to be pulling them into the boat 2 at a time, he tells you. Up in the morning, big breakfast, down to the dock, and out in the boat. All day under a hot sun with nothing but warm, soggy sandwiches for fuel, and you haven't even had a nibble. You should have been here yesterday, his mate calls to you from the gunwale as you putt back to the lodge, and you are reminded that this syndrome has reached epidemic proportions in the life of people who travel like you do. You finally score a table at some white-hot restaurant in another city, only to discover upon arrival that the chef whose food you are dying to eat is doing a charity dinner halfway across the country. It's hard to manage expectations when you've had your heart set on something for months, years, decades. You finally get to some remote corner of the world, only to find that whatever it is you're looking for just wasn't what it was cracked up to be. And there are many restaurants and food stalls, eateries, even types of dishes that have lived off of 20-year-old reputations and are, as my friends in Texas like to say, all hat and no cowboy. Of course, when an experience lives up to the hype, it is truly a wonderful thing. Prowling through the dumpling shops of Taipei, deep-sea fishing expeditions off the coast of South America, strolling through Tsukiji Market in Tokyo, touring the caviar vault at the Grand Hotel Europe in St. Petersburg, Russia, where I was able to take a horn spoon and literally feast out of 1-kilo tins of the best beluga caviar in the world, were some of the most notable eating experiences of my life. However, if you held a gun to my head and made me pick one food day as my all-time best, I'd without a doubt say it happened on my second-to-last trip to Paris. Imagine a one-day period spent hustling around the City of Light, stuffing my face all over town in some of the most famous eateries in the world. From a quality, variety, and sheer level of brilliance standpoint, the food purveyors and chefs that I encountered that day were simply mind-blowing. Paris seemed the perfect place to create a phenomenal bizarre food show.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?